Live from across the tri-states, this is KHQA This Morning. It's your news now.
Kristen Aguirre is live this morning from the Quincy Fire Department training grounds.
Yeah, I know it. We were getting some rain. How's it going, Kristen?
Good morning. Well, the Quincy Fire Department needs to be trained in everything from small house fires to car accidents, and that also includes airport rescue. Coming up a little bit later in the show and after the break, we're going to show you how the protocol is in case there is any plane crashes. You're watching KHQA This Morning.
Kristen Aguirre is over there at their training grounds talking about all the ways to prepare for the worst.
Because when the worst happens, you want the people to be prepared. Hey, Kristen.
Good morning. That's right. I'm here with Quincy's bravest. We're here at the Quincy Fire Department Training Center. Now, we know Quincy Fire Department's crew for responding to small house fires or big house fires, car accidents, but they also need to be prepared in case of any aircraft damage.
Right. We have an airport here in Quincy, so we have to be prepared to fight any fires or rescue any victims from an airplane accident.
Now, why is it so important for you guys to be kind of versed in all of these accidents?
Well, because you never know what's going to happen. You know, every day brings new incidences, so we always have to be prepared. We always have to be doing the training and stuff so that we are prepared for those incidents. And, you know, Quincy back in the early 90s had an accident out at the airport that, you know, involved the deaths of a couple people. So, you know, it happens here just like it could happen anywhere else in the country, so we have to be prepared also.
Now, you were saying before, you guys don't really respond to that many aircraft crashes.
Right. It is rare to have to go out to the airport for a crash or even an in-flight emergency, but it does happen. You know, we have one or two a year.
And this morning we're going to kind of show people a little bit about the protocol that you guys use to kind of respond to those accidents. Right.
We'll go through a hot drill. It's basically the drill that we have to do every year to stay certified in airport rescue firefighting, and we'll show you what goes on there.
All right, and guess who else is going to be going through that drill? Me. So I'll be firefighter Kristen this morning.
Okay, good. So she's not going to be rescued. She's actually going to help with the rescue.
That's a little scary.
Very nice. She'll do well. Aguirre is out and about this morning in Q-Town.
Yeah, hanging out with the Quincy firefighters. It's a tough job for her.
She likes to do this once a month. Hey, yeah. Kristen.
Good morning. That's right. I'm hanging out with Quincy's bravest. Now, they need to be versed in everything from how to take out a house fire to responding to a car accident. And that also includes airplane accidents as well. And we actually need some special equipment when we're responding to that kind of scene, correct?
That's right. With our crash rescue truck, we have specialty tools on there. Besides using the truck to put the fire out with the plane, we can do structural firefighting, or we can use the hand line here for the attack of fuel fire with men on the ground. We also have tools on the inside that you'd see on a regular fire truck in town with extra nozzles, a splitter, reducers, that type of thing. And then we also have tools on here that we can use to gain access into the plane, or even with this, we have the Jaws of Life here, a smaller version than what we have on the truck in town. But we can make access into the plane if there's no access with the cabin door being, you know, crushed closed, whatever the case may be. We can make access to gain entry to get the survivors out of the plane. So
during our mock trial this morning, are we going to be able to use some of these tools?
Well, we'll be able to use the hand line. What we're going to do as far as to fight the fuel fire, and then make access into the plane to get a victim out of the plane.
All right, well, coming up a little bit later in the show, we're going to dive into our mock plane crash, and we are going to put these tools to use.
All right, it's very interesting. Training facility this morning, and she tweeted out this picture of she's getting ready to climb into the truck that sits at the airport, which would fight a plane fire if unfortunately that ever happened. And she says, "How am I going to get up in this?" Hashtag short girl problems. Let's find out how she did. She is live now at the training center. Hey, Kristen.
Good morning. Yep, I made it into the truck. It was a little bit difficult for me to get up here, but they have some handles on here that I was able to grab onto. But now we are inside the truck. That's kind of a specialty truck for responding to those aircraft rescues.
Right. This truck's capable of hauling 1,500 gallons of water, 200 gallons of foam to help put out any fuel fires, and 500 pounds of dry chemical fires, or extinguishing agent. So there's a lot this truck can do that our city trucks aren't able to do. We have turrets on top of the truck that we can use to put the fire out as we're driving up to the scene. We have another one here in the middle that we can also use. controls this one here. We have radio communications with control towers, the aircraft, also our dispatch. We also, one of the cool things about this truck is what we have a FLIR, which is a forward-looking infrared radar, and you can see it on this monitor up here. If there was a human inside this aircraft right out here in front of us, we would be able to zoom in on him and pick up his heat signature so that we could find out where in the aircraft that person is so that we could direct our attention to that part of the aircraft.
Now, do you guys get special training to learn how to work the truck?
Yes, there's a certain number of hours we need every year in order to keep our certifications up. We also have to do live fire trainings on aircraft rescues every year. So we go through this numerous times throughout the year in order to keep up our certification for the airport.
All right, well, we are going to see how this is done coming up. We're going to do a mock airport rescue, but before we leave, we're going to do something I've always wanted to do. Back to you guys at the studio.
And I'm sure the neighbors there at 18th and Seminary are going, what is going on?
At 6 in the morning, yeah, big wake-up call there. She's live at the Quincy Fire Department's training grounds. What are you up to the morning, Kristen?
Good morning. Now we are actually showing you how it's done. We're live here at the QAFD Training Center. We're showing what it takes to respond to an aircraft rescue. Now, what do we have going on here, Jerry?
Oh, what they're doing here is they're getting packed up. This simulates a fuel fire outside the aircraft. So they're going to come in here. Their main responsibility is to make a rescue path to get the victims out of the aircraft. So they'll come in here, they'll work their way into the fire, push it back, open up that rescue path. One of the firefighters is going to break off to the aircraft and help any of the injured victims out that can't get themselves out. And then they'll work their way back here, and they'll just keep repeating that process until they get everybody out of the aircraft.
So what we're simulating here for people at home is this is a fuel fire, correct?
Right, yes. Aircraft carry a lot of jet fuel. So anytime we have an aircraft emergency, one of our biggest concerns is all the fuel that's on the ground. So that's, primarily what these guys are doing. In a real emergency, we'd have foam, which would put this fire out a lot quicker than just water.
Awesome. Well, coming up a little bit later in the show, we're going to continue to show you the protocol QFD's bravest use here to rescue any aircraft victims.
All right, we will see you. Kristen Aguirre is live this morning at the Quincy Fire Department training grounds.
Yeah, what are you doing there, Kristen?
Good morning. All morning we have been showing you ways the Quincy Fire Department responds to aircraft rescue. Earlier we showed you how they responded to a fuel fire. If you missed it, check out my Twitter at Kristen Aguirre. I posted a video. Now we are showing you how to respond to something else. So what are we doing now?
All right, this is simulates an engine fire. So what you will do is we'll pull up on scene, we'll select our agent, which in this case is going to be water. If you want to pull that trigger and hold it down until you see water coming out of the turret, you can use that turret to fight the fire.
Okay.
You might have, yeah, there you go.
Right there?
Yep. So
then
you hold the button right here.
Hold the button.
Yep. You got it?
Uh-huh.
Just hold that down.
Whoa!
Now just aim at your flame and...
Am I getting it?
Yep. Yeah, come down just a hair. There you go.
Oh! It's like using a video game kind of.
Yep, it's just like a video game. Spray the fire, put it out, looks like you got it out. Good. So if you let your switch up, and you did it.
Yes,
Your
I put
fire's
out a fire. Now, do you guys have to undergo some special training to learn how to do all this, right?
Right, yep. Every year, once a month throughout the year, we go through training on all this so that we're able to do this if we need it.
All right, my Kristen Aguirre, Quincy firefighter right here. Now, if you missed any of this, don't forget to check out our YouTube page. And don't forget to check out at Kristen Aguirre on Twitter. I also posted another video you can check out.
The only fire she's ever put out. We're going to switch things over to Kristen Aguirre, who's not doing anything that dangerous, but what she's doing is pretty dangerous.
Yeah, she's performing some rescues and putting out some fires with the Quincy Fire Department.
That's right. All morning we've been showing you how QFD performs an aircraft rescue. But now I want to hear, why do you guys think it's so important for you guys to be certified in this?
Well, it's very important because we have an aircraft or an airport here in Quincy, and you never know what's going to happen out there on that airport. So we want to be prepared just in case somebody needs some help or there's an aircraft crash.
Now, people may not know this, but you guys definitely need to be certified in how to use the special truck and those tools.
Right. It's a totally different aspect of firefighting. So there is a whole 40-hour class that we have to take. There's recurring monthly training that we have to do. So it's a whole different deal than just going into a house and fighting a house fire.
Do you think it's really important for you guys to know how to be certified in this, especially because we have an airport here in town?
It is important. Quincy's kind of out here on her own as far as other fire departments. So we have to be trained in many different aspects in order to help this region of the state out.
All right, well, to learn more about QAFD's training, you may check out our website at connecttristates.com, or don't forget to check out our YouTube page.
Man, check out Twitter right now. Kristen shot a Vine video of one of the fires they put out, and I just retweeted it from KHQA. So.
Very cool stuff on there.